Hi, my name is Sydney, and this video is about twin flame architecture. All the chakras, how they are used, Kundalini will be tied into this, and I have a visual diagram that I am now going to flip my camera around and show it to you so you can read along with me and understand with some visual markers what the fuck's going on in your journey. Thank you. All right, let's get into it. So, the popular template, which I have experienced as well, because I started out as a twin flame. So I made this myself with Procreate, twin flame architecture. This is my pointer. It is a stick of incense, wormwood, I believe. We do what we can, you know? So, as you can see, this is the feminine. This is the masculine. This is that energetic bridge or wall, as some guides like to call it, that rises, that causes a separation. All right? Are you fucking kidding me? We've got a truck parking somewhere. Wonderful. Anyway, so as you can see, we've got the chakras there. This is the masculine. He uses the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, and the heart. All right. The feminine uses the crown chakra, the third eye chakra, the third chakra, and the heart. What do these two have in common here? They meet at the heart. All right. Now, I have done this energetic wall blue deliberately. Why? Because it is truth. When both of the twins go through their Kundalini rising, okay, ground the energy, get rid of distortion, heal the polarity, what happens? They reach their own truth. Ooh, I know who I am. Okay, truth is blue, throat chakra is blue, truth. No distortion, truthful expression. You know we're in alignment, blah, blah, blah. That wall goes down, which then, oh, hey, how are you? Oh, I love you. Oh, my God, we're meeting at the heart. We're devoted to each other. We're open. We're honest. We're truthful. All right? Now, this. I've written this myself, made this myself, okay? And I'm recording it this way so you can follow along and understand what I'm saying. All right? I'm just going to zoom in a little bit there. Hopefully you can see that adequately. So we've got the feminine. Now the feminine awakens first and feels the bond first. What chakras is she using? I highly recommend learning. You can just look up on Google. What chakras are what? I also have a, what is it called? It's a Kundalini pack. It explains the purging, all the symptoms, and you get to learn the chakras and what they are for and what they do. During that entire digital download, I will put a link for that in the description of this video. Okay, so what chakras is she using? Now, we all know this feminine could be a male presenting, okay? So this isn't, oh, I'm the feminine because I'm a woman. This is, I'm the feminine because I resonate with all of the above, okay? The feminine soul, the feminine essence, the feminine expression, the feminine, healthy feminine, okay? Now you could be a female and present with masculine qualities that are distorted, okay? But we'll get through there, but I just want to, you know, he, she, they. This could be any of the above, okay? So let's not put that in a box. Let's stay open-minded, all right? But I will use she just because it's the way that my bloody brain works. But let's just get that out of the way. Now, the feminine awakens first, feels the bond first. What chakras is she using? Her heart chakra and her crown chakra. Why? Because she's awakening first. And she's feeling the bond first in her heart space, okay? Energetically, emotionally, all right? Then what are we doing here? We're obsessing after the separation. Any sign we get, oh, does this mean he's coming back? Oh, let's do tarot all day. Let's talk to all of his friends and see if he's coming back. Let's see what I can do to make him come back. Let's text him. Let's call him. Let's go see what he's doing at work. Let's talk to his mates. Or we're obsessing energetically, okay? Thinking about him all the time, doing rituals, watching tarot readings, etc., etc. You get my drift. But what chakras are we using when we're obsessing? I hope you can see this properly, okay? Move this back. Oh, I zoomed in, didn't I? Bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. Nobody's perfect. oh, fuck off. I'm unscrewing the... Okay. Bear with me, mate. Come on. Help me through this, yeah? I need your help with this. What chakras is she? Oh, get fucked. Honestly, it was on my foot. Now, this is the comedy part of the... Just bear with me, all right? What chakras is the feminine using when she's obsessing? Root chakra, solar plexus. Okay, so root chakra, we're trying to lead the connection in the 3D, in the material, chasing him, seeing where he is, trying to get him to come back. Solar plexus, we feel this creative energy. What can I do? What ideas have I got? Is there something that I'm missing that I can do? Sorry, I was talking to myself and I let my pointer just fucking... I'm obsessing. How can I create this union? And the solar plexus, what are we doing here? We don't know it at the time, but we're giving our power away. And eventually what's going to happen is we're going to feel so exhausted and go, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. You know, I just want this to stop, you know. But we're using the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus. Do you see that on the feminine here? No. Where is it? It's on the masculine, isn't it? He, she, they. The masculine polarity in a twin flame connection is the one that is supposed to chase in a healthy way, ground the connection in a 3D, advance sexually, create the opening, and respect your sovereignty. The solar plexus is, oh, I know what I want. And I'm going to create an opening to go and get it. And I'm going to secure that and make it real. That is he, she, they, masculine's choice, masculine's role. Now, when the feminine is trying to do that, that is because she is carrying distorted masculine embodiment. If I want something done, I've got to do it myself. If I want to create an opening for union, I need to create it myself. I've been accustomed to this world, to the inversion, to the distortion, that if I want love, I need to suffer for it. That, in chakra language, twin flame architecture, and the twin flame journey as a whole, explains that completely. And you would have experienced this. Okay? So, the reason why, I don't know if you can see it or not, I should have done this a bit bigger, is, you can probably see that now a little bit better, I've put crosses in here. Cross, cross, cross. Why? Distortion. We're not supposed to be doing that. But we were supposed to awaken and feel the bond first, which is why we are in the healthy heart and the healthy crown. All right? Well, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Now, when we obsess after separation, we're using our root chakra in a distorted masculine way. So that's not good, okay? And this is also what Kundalini is for. Kundalini purges the false, all right? I will do more videos on that as well. And like I said, you can see that in my digital download on my website, which I will leave a link for. Okay, so we're not supposed to be doing those things. That's why it doesn't work. Because it's not truly your role in this soul bond, okay? What else do? We chase, we reach out. I've already covered that. Now what happens next? We activate the crown chakra. Yes. Third eye, throat, and heart chakra first. That is your role. Yes, we're awakening. We're seeing clearly. We've found out who we are, and we're devoted to ourselves. Okay? And in order to do that, we need to go through some trial and error. Okay, or I'm going to chase and obsess. Oh, it's not working out. I feel exhausted. I feel horrible. Then Kundalini, releasing control, yeah, staying faithful to the journey itself, realizing this journey is about me. We activate the crown, third eye, throat, and heart chakra. We carry the spiritual awareness. Now, majority of the time, from what I have found, is that the masculine is the subconscious twin. Okay, so majority of the time, the feminine is the one that's under that is aware of the journey. Okay, the feminine's the one that has the dreams, energetic surges, the knowing, the gifts. The one that knows. Oh, we're twin flames. Okay, what is she using here with this spiritual awareness? Her crown chakra and her third eye, because she's seeing clearly, yeah, and she's connecting to the universe, to her higher self, to source, to God, okay, whatever you want to call it. I don't give a shit. Now, the feminine's receiving. Now, this isn't every single time, but in order to be a twin flame, you must have some form of Kundalini awakening. It varies in degrees, okay? A lot of people come to me for readings and they say, I don't even think I'm awakening, and I ask them to explain it to me, and yeah, you have spiritual gifts. They don't have to be horribly huge and fancy and, you know, like what you see on TV or TikTok or movies or whatever. Spiritual gifts sometimes, and I believe the biggest and most important spiritual gift somebody can have is discernment and awareness. And what does the feminine have? Discernment and awareness, okay? So, you don't have to receive visions, you can have dreams. Don't start freaking out and say, I'm not a twin flame, all right? You don't always have to have visions. You can have dreams, synchronicities, telepathy, emotional telepathy, energetic telepathy, okay? And seeing signs and synchronicities, okay? So seeing his name on a number plate, okay? Seeing the same number, 1111, whatever, but don't make it fit. Majority of the time, these signs and synchronicities are for you, not for him. He sees signs and synchronicities for himself, okay? And as long as you are receiving visions, dreams, synchronicities, telepathy, and signs, and using your root chakra, okay, your solar plexus, and your sacral chakra, what are you doing? You're making it all about him. So what does he do? He stays behind this wall, all right? So when we're receiving the visions, we're using our crown chakra and our third eye. We're finally starting to see clearly. We've dropped this distorted masculine embodiment, okay? Now, this is all the chakras, isn't it? We're going through the dark night of the soul, shortly after separation. Now, I don't personally believe that it's always shortly after separation. I started out as a twin flame. It took me about 6 months to go through dark night of the soul, but I'm a Taurus and I was resisting it for dear life. Okay, so that could be why, but majority of the time from what I've seen, heard, whatever, it's shortly after separation. We go through the dark night of the soul. Okay, what are we doing here? We're purging the distorted masculine chakras and embracing your truth. We're actually using now the chakras that we are supposed to be using. We start at the top and we move down. That's what the feminine does. We're healing abandonment, self-worth, and attachment wounds. That is also part of Kundalini. Now, it's not necessarily healing. We are just releasing what we're not meant to be carrying, okay? So instead of sitting in, I guess, survival mode and, what do you call it? Fear, fawn, you know, run response whenever we feel something, oh my God, this could be real, let's run. Or we are chasing, because if I don't make it happen, it won't happen. If I don't sit here and obsess about it, it won't happen. So what we're doing is releasing that. We're not necessarily healing it, but we're releasing it. We're realizing our self-worth. What do we deserve? I deserve more than this, okay? And attachment wounds, I have to chase. My dad wasn't around. Do you know what I mean? So we're not necessarily completely healing them, but we are addressing them and releasing them and not projecting that onto our masculine. That is a part of why this wall is here. Okay. So we're releasing distorted masculine embodiment with these 3 chakras. We are no longer trying to get this relationship real in the 3D. We're no longer trying to create an opening, and we are no longer giving our power away. Now, what does that do? When you stop embodying it, because you guys are one system, okay, there's 7 chakras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You use the top 3, he uses the bottom 3, you meet at the heart. And until you can meet at the heart, this wall stays here. Okay, but once you release the distorted masculine embodiment, where does it go? Here, have this back. That's why he comes back, because you actually let him, whether he's aware of it or not, you're actually letting him embody who he is supposed to be. When you're carrying all of his roles, he can't even contemplate the connection. Okay? He just wants to run from it. It's too overwhelming. Okay? Now, and we're releasing our distorted feminine embodiment. Okay, that is trusting in the journey. Trusting what is yours. Seeing clearly, this is the journey, this is the template, this is what I need to do for myself, and trusting in divine timing. Okay, now distorted feminine embodiment, I mean, is carrying masculine qualities that are not yours. Being able to receive in a healthy way without trying to force anything. The masculine is the one who not forces, but he is the one who grounds it in the 3D. You're the one who must receive it. Okay? Now we're learning surrender to divine timing. What are we doing? We're using our third eye and our crown. Now we're embodying healthy feminine energy. What are we doing? We're actually using the chakras that we're supposed to be using. See that? Crown, third eye, throat. We stopped chasing. What do? We stopped giving our power away from our solar plexus and gave it back to him. Now, if he wants something to happen, he has to make it happen. Okay? We become magnetic and receptive. What are we using here? Ooh, the 4 chakras that are ours to use. Now we hold the spiritual connection consciously using our 2 chakras. Now I'm not saying your masculine doesn't have access to these top 3, but if he is in these top 3, he's in distorted feminine embodiment. Okay? Now let's have a look at the masculine. Oh, give me a hot second. I'm just going to have a sip of water, coffee, and a vape. All right. Let's dive into this one. Now, the masculine, as stated, root chakra, sacral, solar, and heart. That's where you guys meet. Okay. Now, he's feeling the connection, but he suppresses it. Now, why does he suppress it? Because of this wall that I've mentioned. Because you are not allowing him to deal with what he wants to deal with. Okay, so what I've explained earlier, I'll say it one more fucking time. Okay, when you are obsessing, trying to ground the connection, chasing, trying to find an opening and giving your power away, you have gone give me those chakras. And you're holding them. And he's like, who am I? What's going on? I don't know. I'm running away. Okay, I can't even deal with this because I don't feel like a man at all. I don't understand what's going on. I'm going to give you an absolutely ridiculous excuse that probably makes no fucking sense at all and go back to my ex-girlfriend. Okay? That's why he's doing that. Because you're trying to use all 7. All right? You are supposed to receive. Okay? So now, let's have a look here again. Okay. Now he can feel the connection. He, she, they, whatever. Okay? He can feel the connection, but he's suppressing it. Why? Why? Because he's in distorted feminine with the throat chakra. He's not supposed to be using the throat chakra. Okay? His heart is closed. And he doesn't understand what he actually wants. Okay? Which is distortion, distortion, distortion. Now, he causes a separation. Why? Why? Doesn't this look exactly the same as this? The same 3 chakras. You are both in distorted embodiment. He causes a separation because he doesn't have his 3 bottom chakras. You do. And until you go through the dark night of the soul and give them back to him, he will continue to run. Okay? He struggles to process and understand emotions, energy, consciously. He uses subconscious twin majority of the time. Okay? Why is he struggling to process and understand? Because you're giving your power away. Okay? He's mirroring you. You guys are one system. 7 chakras between 2 people. Okay? Physically, yeah, you have 14. But if you're not using the correct chakra and embodying the correct polarity, you will stay in separation. Okay? Why is he struggling to process and understand? Because you are trying to ground the connection. Okay? Why can't he understand his emotions? Because in order for him to understand what he wants and how he feels, he needs to go through his own Kundalini rising. Okay? In order for him to ground the connection, create an opening and go, yep, I deserve this. This is what I want. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to be devoted to my feminine. Okay? You need to give him those chakras back. I hope you guys can understand that properly. Okay, his heart is closed. His heart cannot open until these 3 chakras are embodied in a healthy, masculine way. Okay? Throat chakra, he's not in his truth, but that is not his role. Okay, that's why won't he just come back? I've told him, I've explained it to him. I've never done anything bad to him. It's because he's not supposed to. He's not supposed to come in and tell you the truth straight away. He's not supposed to see clearly straight away. That's what you're supposed to do to yourself. Okay? Now, through his Kundalini, after your dark night of the soul, he's activating and purging his lower chakras first, because that is his role. Ooh, tick, tick, tick. What is that? We are now, oh, ding. I'm no longer avoiding. Ding. I've realized how attracted I am to her. Ding! I have realized what I really want and I'm going to go and get it. Then we do the heart opening. That takes a while. Okay? Keeps heart awareness subconscious. Why? Because we are in avoidance and we haven't purged these 3 chakras yet. We're not in alignment with our own masculine polarity. We're not embodied yet. That's when the heart opens. Okay? And we also are the subconscious twins, so we don't need to use the 3rd eye chakra. Okay? You do. Now, we're hiding in logic, fear, work, and the karmic partner. Why? Because if you're carrying his role, he can't even access his own energy. Okay? Subconsciously follows the feminine's energetic shifts. Like I said, once you go through the dark night of the soul and release and give him his energy back, what happens? He can actually embody it. Root chakra, sacral, solar, heart. Root chakra, sacral, solar, heart. This is when he starts to come back. Okay? Heart and throat chakras open later, after the feminine's dark night. You've given him his energy back. Our heart's open now. The throat chakra is the very last thing for the masculine to open. Okay, that's why I haven't put it here. Because that's what this is, guys. Bing! Did you get chills? So did I. Yeah! Woo woo! Love it. Okay. So, his heart and throat chakras open later. Okay. And once his throat chakra opens, he breaks down that energetic wall here of truth. I love you, girly. Let's get married, have babies, and, whatever. Okay. Moves from suppression into emotional recognition. Okay, that's pretty much the same thing I just explained. Learns grounded masculine action through pressure. Where are we receiving this pressure from? From you releasing his fucking chakras. Oh my God, where did all this masculine energy come from? What is going on? Suddenly he's being energetically pulled from the inside out, okay? You get fucked up from the outside in because you use the unseen chakras. He makes it real. He feels the connection sexually and in a creative way, and he makes it happen, okay? He makes that decision there. You allow him and trust that he will, and you know that he will. Because you're up here in the knowing, okay? Okay, girly? All right. Now, he learns grounded action through pressure. I just explained that. Loss and longing. Where and when is he feeling this loss and longing? After you've given him his power back, this wall is still up. His heart opens. Oh my God, it's her. Now we're ready to meet. This wall comes down. Throat chakra opens. Union. Okay. 3D movement when connection can no longer be ignored. Why can the connection no longer be ignored? Why can't he let it go? Because you let it go. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Mm-hmm. And this isn't, oh yeah, I'm just going to make myself forget about it so he'll come back. That won't work. You need to genuinely let him go. Now, he may come in with some peacocking, inconsistency, and hot and cold energy. Why? Why, may you ask? Because he is trying to rush it, just like you were in the beginning. If you allow him to come in and he isn't respecting you the way that he should, if your boundaries are not up, if you're not in your truth completely, you could have touched it, but then you phase in and out of it. We need to become stable in that. If you go straight back into chasing energy, okay, and just giving your power away, you will separate again, okay? Now, inconsistency, hot and cold energy. What is happening here? Oh, I've grounded. Oh, and I really want to make this happen. I'm feeling all this creative energy. But we are not decisive yet. Do you see that distortion there in the solar plexus? He hasn't decided to give it his all. He hasn't completely chosen what he truly wants yet. Maybe he hasn't even completely chosen himself. And his heart is not open. But he will try and come back. What happens? He can't reach his third chakra if he hasn't gone. Oh, I just snapped it. Ah. He can't reach his third chakra if he hasn't gone up. If he's stuck here, horny, fucking asshole, okay? And he just wants to come back to really just feel your energy, okay? He's not embodying what he's supposed to be embodying. And that's why there's another separation. If you went, sorry, there's a wall here. Even though neither of us can see it, we can feel it. You, sir, Yeah, you might have purged your survival instincts. You might have gotten rid of that fucking karmic partner, whatever, third party, whatever. You might be feeling some creative energy and you want to create an opening, but you haven't completely chosen me, which then makes me give my power away. We're not meeting at the heart. You're not telling me the complete truth. I don't feel it from you. You need to go, nah, don't want it. But what do you guys do? Oh my God, this is it. He's back. It's union. No, it's a test. It's a test to see if you are doing your role, because you're the one that decides. Do you see that? If you allow him in over and over and over, he will just come in and out as he pleases. He, she, they, as long as it's the masculine. Okay. We've got hot and cold energy. Why do we have hot and cold energy? Again, solar plexus and heart have not been purged through Kundalini, and he is not embodying them the way that he should be in order to ground union. You need to reject him with love, with truth, through seeing clearly, through your truth. I deserve more than this. Until you can give that to me, please leave me alone. And we're going to love our fucking selves. Now, I hope that helped. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will not answer long emails, okay? But feel free to send me an email if you'd like to book a reading. Have a look at my website. As I mentioned earlier, the Kundalini chakra breakdown, purging, healing, remedies will be posted as a link in the description of this video. Yeah. I also have a Discord group that I am going to make for my clients that I know are true twin flames. Now, I'm not going to post that publicly because I don't want any Tom, Dick and Harry coming all up in there. Mostly because a lot of people think they're twin flames, but they're not. And I do not need my clients that I'm helping through a quite harrowing, horrible journey with the false burns internally, okay, to be energetically affected by people who are just literally just stuck in karmic loops and obsessed, okay? So if you would like to be added to that group, I need to actually confirm that you are a twin flame, which means I need to do a reading for you. Now, that is not some sort of sales scheme. That is a boundary, okay? If you don't respect that, you can eat my ass. I hope you enjoyed. Any questions? Again, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll get to them when I can. Thank you so much. Bye.